matchup between Conor McGregor and George Rush St. Pierre. All right, so here he is, a man who needs no introduction. GSP, wildly popular, not just in his native Canada, but around the world. Many people, DC, believe, pound for pound, that George St. Pierre might be the greatest UFC fighter of all time.
He is one of the greatest fighters of all time. If there was an MMA Mount Rushmore, George St. Pierre would be on everybody's list of top 5 fighters of all time. Just an ability to mix everything together. He was truly the evolution of mixed martial arts, from the wrestling, the striking to the grappling. He was a guy that did everything and did everything well, and it made the level of mixed martial arts raise because everyone was trying to catch GSP.
And I got good news right next to him on that Mount Rushmore. Raise that hand!
Come on, John, don't do it.
Well, the stars have aligned, and the biggest superstar in mixed martial arts history is back tonight. The former 2-division champion, Conor McGregor. As such, the celebs are out. Let's see what type of version of Conor McGregor shows up here tonight.
Usually when Conor McGregor shows up, it's usually his best version. He's a guy that takes a great amount of pride in preparing for the event. He says it's a fight every single time he sees his opponent, from the press conference to the weigh-ins to the stare-downs. He is ready to show his opponent his best self every time he's in their face. And not only does he do that in the build-up, when he gets into the octagon, with all the ability that he possesses, he's able to do that same thing. That's why he's been so successful and has gone from the bottom to the top of the UFC in such a short time.
Truly one of the elite strikers in UFC history. Moves every needle you would like him to move. And as you said, his work ethic, his preparation truly is legendary. Let's see if he has put in the right work in advance of this showcase fight here tonight. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. McGregor is 32. GSP is 39. He will have a 2-inch reach advantage. The veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC welterweight champion, George Rush St. Pierre. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 22 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, the notorious Conor McGregor!
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. You will have a clean fight. Touch gloves. Let's make it official.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
Ready. You ready to fight?
Can you believe we are being paid to be in this arena? Tonight, it is a super fight of the highest order. George St. Pierre, Conor McGregor, we are under.
I still gave money at the door because I felt like I was winning a robbery if I got to watch this for free. Two of the greatest mixed martial artists, two of the greatest stars of all time, finally get locked inside the octagon.
McGregor gets stung by that leg kick. Nice connection with a punch there. It's hard to recall a time in the past that his boxing looked this sharp.
He's never looked this good. He's got to be careful dipping his head when he's throwing that jab.
Both guys appeared to land there. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
McGregor advances and lands flush with the left hand.
Lands that left hand. He's always looking to land that strike, and he does it again in this big spot.
Man, he is so sound defensively. Nice job to raise the guard there.
It's the relaxation that allows him to see things coming and block most of the strikes that are coming at him. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Oh man, how is he standing? Brutal knee to the body.
Oh, man.
Oh, he got everything behind that kick. Clean with the right hook.
Boom! Big jab. Ooh, head kick lands and he's hurt.
Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block.
Okay, keep going, keep going.
Under 2 minutes in round one.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick. Nice stick with the right hand.
Back and forth we go. Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight. Look at how fast. The only person I can do this to is maybe John. John, there's a weight difference. I don't know if you know jiu-jitsu much. You miss a lot of your classes. If I'm gonna do this to anybody, it's Eddie. Now he's on top of him looking for a finish.
Back to the feet now. Wow, what a head kick. Oh, massive kick lands flush. Oh, straight right.
Holy smokes!
All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, so the round is over, and the cut on the bridge of his nose continuing to be a factor. You thought maybe it was getting better, not so much. Blood trickling down, and when the blood starts to trickle down into the mouth and upset the breathing pattern, that's when it starts to really become a factor. All right, let's get you a replay from that previous round. It was the big knockdown courtesy of that kick that nearly closed the show for good.
It almost closed the show, but nothing's more discouraging than when you get somebody hurt that bad and you don't shut the door. He has to go back to work now knowing that he's got about as tough a guy as he's ever had in front of him in the octagon tonight. Good punch.
Oh, he got that inside leg kick to the target there, DC. You don't want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. It starts to beat up the inside thigh. That is the technique you use to really slow down your opponent.
Oh, and another leg kick lands flush, and now you're starting to see visible damage on that lead leg of his opponent.
Visible damage, and you see him starting to make mistakes now in his defenses because his leg is so beat up. It's red, it's all beat up, he's limping, he's turning away. There are so many things that he is doing wrong now because of the leg damage he has taken. Wow, actually got the takedown.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom. Great punch, landing so much power. Very tricky when he throws that body kick. Liver kick.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Well, he's really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive now here and starting to find himself in the pocket. St. Pierre gets caught with that punch.
Oh, big head kick.
His misses are entertaining.
Nice. Nice. He loaded up there on that high kick.
Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
GSP gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though. Oh, that's a big connection there from McGregor, DC.
I mean, big strike landed for Ireland's favorite son, Conor McGregor.
Fight thus far. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's going to be over very soon.
Oh! Wow!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Kick to the head.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick. Nice leg kick.
All right, there's the clapper. 10 seconds to go.
Good stick.
All right, let's check out some of the action, DC, and how about the punching acumen by that fighter in that previous round?
He does not waste anything. He does not loop punches. Everything's tight. Everything's precise. He's a sniper. We always talk about how he's a sniper. He is a sniper, and it showed in that exchange that allowed him to drop his opponent.
Listen, I need you to stay a little bit more active, a little bit more movement. Keep that head moving. You need to get behind that jab.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Third round underway.
Big powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent. And a nice left hand there on the inside. Oh, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad.
All right, so a nice shot there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be, and if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming. Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down. Nice.
And both guys,
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Just over 3 minutes to go in round 3. Oh, nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do now.
He's going to start looking to land big shots from the top.
Back to the feet. Oh, and there's the double leg takedown for him. Beautiful entry there. Oh, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Oh, he's landed a high number of total strikes here in the latter stages of this fight. He's really picked up the pace and landing far more strikes than he did in previous rounds. Oh, and there's a land with able to work it into the takedown. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Back to his feet.
What a tricky head kick. Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's going to shut your body off. What a punch. I mean, he's cutting them down the sides with these beautiful leg kicks.
Timely defense there. Huge block for him. How about the volume of kicks out of this fighter tonight? And it really speaks to just how much a fighter can develop in 3 to 5 months away from the octagon.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job of showing the evolution of his game in this kick-heavy approach.
Stay in there, buddy. Recompose.
There as he lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's your replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal, and if he can land, he does have the ability to damage it.
Come on, let's get this together now, all right? You've been here before, and you're gonna overcome this.
This crowd is going sick after what they saw in that previous round. Truly an all-out brawl, seminal moments on both sides, and the fight is still going on. Incredible.
Great moments by both of these fighters. Let's see who can continue down the path and really try and finish this fight.
Well, most fighters can't. Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight. Look at him chopping the wood with those leg kicks. He's really working over that lead leg with those
Right off the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight moves are the ones that get there first, and it got right to the target.
Well, he landed a big knock. Oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Punches blocked.
Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
All right, so he's landed some good shots tonight, but this is not a combo.
Wow! He's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
McGregor gets up, but the question is for how long. He looks wobbly. Oh!
He's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh! And just like that, the fight is over.
He got him!
Yeah, that right there is a high-level knockout, ladies and gentlemen. Crowd absolutely loving it. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Landed flush. I'm not even sure his opponent saw it coming. So a huge, huge win for that young fighter here tonight. All right, DC, no telestrator tonight, but we're going to get you some highlights from this one. This was a fight that had it all, and for my money, his best performance to date.
His best performance to date in the biggest moment. In the biggest moments, you got to show up. And that's exactly what he did tonight. He used every bit of his skill to get the job done.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean is going to stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 15 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout, George Rush St. Pierre!
So the celebration is on with him and his team, and rightfully so. A monumental result tonight as he gets the win by knockout.
He spoke it into existence. He said over and over to anyone that'll listen, I am going to knock this man out. He did it in an even more impressive fashion than he ever could have imagined.